didn't come this far to only come this far. I hear some people saying things like, when I make it, when I get to the top. I'll keep working hard until I get to the top, until I reach my goal. Let me tell you something. There's no end. Winners never stop. If you reach your goal, set a bigger goal. If you get to the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain. It's the journey, the continued pursuit of growth, the constant seeking of improvement, the challenge. That's what makes life great. That's what makes a fulfilled life. I didn't come this far to only come this far. When I get this goal, I'll seek more. Not more things, more growth. Constantly pushing myself to be better. I didn't come this far to only come this far. I came this far so I could be strong enough to go further.
Well, the lights are about to come back on in this one inside the Pentagon as we get set for our final game here in this quarterfinal round of the 2018 NAIA Division II Men's National Basketball Championships. Once again, I'm JJ Hardigan. He's Brad Newitt. Brad, this is going to be a great one. Let's start with Marian, the 6th seed, who has surprised a lot of folks here, maybe from outside of the state of Indiana, with what they've done in this tournament so far. But coming in with a 20-11 record, 2 convincing wins in the first 2 rounds. Now they, as the 6th seed, will have to face the number 1 seed in their quadrant of the bracket in the College of Idaho for a chance to head to the semifinals.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think very many people figured Marian would get this far. This was going to re-jump that one here, but big reason is because of this guy in the middle here, Reggie Kinsunlaw, who has been a dynamic player in the post for them at 6'11".
Now, maybe the equalizer today is Aziz Leeks at 6'8", the senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada, will wear number 22 for the team in white. He'll be guarding Kinsunlaw, although he's looking for the basketball early on right now. He's posted up with Kinsunlaw on his backside. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Leeks, spin move off the glass is good, and that's going to be a big matchup to watch here tonight.
Without question, the post that has the advantage in this game and takes the upper hand, I think will go a long way towards their team winning.
Taking a look here, they're going to try to get it to Stowers in a moment, but College of Idaho has put Keon Palu Thompson on him, one of their better defenders. That shot off the mark to start the day from Christian Stewart, the freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
This College of Idaho team, one of the best defensive teams, but their offensive efficiency in this tournament's been very good as well.
Marian does like to run the floor in transition, and Stowers getting open there. He's double teamed immediately, and that's going to be happening a lot today when he's got the ball in his hands. Kinsunlaw off the glass is no good. Coyotes with a 2-0 lead. They're looking to add to it here on the offensive side. Leeks has taken the first 3 shots of the day for the Coyotes. He's made 1 so far. Ball's loose on the floor. That's picked up, and here comes Marian. They're in the blue today with the white letters, numbers, and yellow trim. That's going to miss from Brown. Coyotes are wearing their white uniforms with the purple and gray trim here today.
Well, Marian trying to get up tempo there. They didn't get the transition, but this College of Idaho team probably going to play a little bit more at a slower pace. That's kind of more typically how they like to play. But what you're seeing right now is actually kind of a diamond-in-one defense. So they're playing man-to-man on Marian's best player, Wes Stowers, and then the rest of the 4 Coyote players are playing zone defense.
Brown's going to kick it into the corner. Yeah, you can tell they're making it a goal to take Stowers out of this game early. That might mean an opening for this guy, Kasunlaw, who's going to be called for the travel. Big man who did not get with this team until December has been special all season long. Kasunlaw, Conference Defensive Player of the Year in the Crossroads. He was all-league second team, all-league defensive team. Ranks 6th in the nation in blocks entering this tournament.
Well, Marian trying to become the 3rd team out of the Crossroads League to advance to our semifinal night here on Monday night, as St. Francis and Indiana Wesleyan have already punched their tickets.
It's impressive to see what the state of Indiana has done in this tournament. They have been well represented. Idaho's maybe trying to spoil that fearsome foursome parade, though. They'd like to get into that champion or the semifinal round with a right to go to the national championship on Tuesday. Nice drive, and the finish off the glass is good for Christian Stewart, and the Knights have tied it up at 2.
This game to me seems like it's going to be kind of a little bit more of a slugfest. We've seen some shootouts here early on. This one looks like it's kind of the makings of a little bit more of a defensive-minded game, and I do think if it's a lower scoring game, JJ, that probably does favor the College of Idaho. That's typically more how they've won games. They are the best team in the country in defensive points allowed at just giving up 65 a game.
Yeah, to kind of add to that point, in their first round win against Mayville State out of North Dakota, it was a 62-50 win. Second round victory against Dakota Wesleyan, 62-60. On the other hand, Marian had a 79-59 win in round 1 as Kasunlaw drives in hard and hit Leeks, and he is down and injured. It's going to be an offensive foul, but Leeks slow to get back up. But finishing that thought, the first round win was a 79-59 win for Marian. Second round victory against Indiana Tech, 90-74. They like those high-scoring games, and the College of Idaho just kind of the polar opposite.
Yeah, I mean, something's going to have to give there because Marian averages 88. They're one of the best shooting teams in the country, especially from the three-point line. And College of Idaho is terrific defending the 3 and holding their opponents down defensively.
Drive inside, that shot off the glass is no good. Kasunlaw with the rebound. Stowers has hardly touched the ball so far today, and I don't know if that's by design for Marian or if it's just simply this defense that the Yotes have brought so far that have taken the most dynamic player on the floor right now pretty much out of this game. That's a huge answer for Jordan, who's had a frustrating tournament. That's a big bucket to get his confidence going, and it gives Marian their first lead of the night.
That's going to be big. If Stowers is going to get taken out of this game defensively, they've got to have some other guys step up.
Ball's going to be kept alive. A big offensive rebound there for Jake Bruner. Fresh 30 on the shot clock, and the Yotes back to work. Down low. Little head fake. That shot off the glass. Nate Brunel didn't get it to go, and Kasunlaw's got another rebound. He's been cleaning off the glass early here today. That's already his 4th board.
He's just such a defensive presence inside.
Jordan wanted another 3, left it a little long that time. 5-2 Knights as they hustle back defensively. In the extra pass to Leeks off the front of the rim. Got his own rebound. 3 bodies around him, and now a block. Here comes Brown into the front court. Contact there, and Brunel's going to get the foul. 2 free throws coming up for Brown.
Reggie Kasunlaw, such a defensive force down low, blocking shots. He didn't have to leave the ground to block that last one. But here's the thing for Marian, JJ. When they get blocked shots, they're off to the races. And block shots often lead to transition baskets for them going the other way, and it did that time.
Sterling Brown at the line, a freshman guard out of Carmel, Indiana. Hits his first here. Scott Heedy has liked what he's seen. Scott Heedy, the head coach, a first-year head coach out for Marian University, likes what he's seen out of Sterling Brown in this tournament. 32 minutes in the opening round contest, 12 points in that victory.
Brown scores it at 16 points a game, and he gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. You talking about Stowers being a great scorer, Kunsunla scores a lot, but Brown is a big part of their offense, shooting it from the three-point line.
Ball's on the top of the key. We'll get back to Brown in just a second. He's been in double figures both games here and has done great on the glass. That shot no good. Brown got the rebound there just as we were talking about him. He's going to push the transition game. That got tipped for a moment, and now they'll slow it up. Stowers looking a little frustrated in the right wing right now, trying to come open, now does, and again, they haven't seen him much yet. He's been double teamed so far. Lots of contact, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Samuel Guyman.
Every time Stowers has had the ball, he's had an immediate double team on him, even if he's 25 feet from the basket. And like you say, Marian's played with a little bit of level of frustration, but they're still out to a nice lead here, 7-2.
First media time out of this one. Marian up 7-2. We're back with more in just a moment. It's the quarterfinals of the NAIA Division II National Basketball Championship. Well, a lot of fans tuning in for this one. We've seen a lot of social media posts supporting both of these teams here over the last few minutes. Again, use that hashtag NAIA D2MBB. We want to hear and see where you're watching tonight's action from around the world. We're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, first year site of this tournament, the 27th annual NAIA Division II Men's National Basketball Tournament. And it's been a pleasure to have these contests here in Sioux Falls this season. We're about to trim this 32-team bracket down to the final 4 squads. And again, Tuesday, the national championship will be airing on ESPN3 from inside this beautiful facility, the Sanford Pentagon in Heritage Court. As Kunsunla goes to work from the left post, Leeks guarding him with 12 on the shot clock. That one, a beauty of a turnaround, and he's got his first points here tonight.
Well, that's very impressive post move there. Good job battling inside physically. But how about what Marian's doing defensively in this game? College of Idaho just 1 of 11 here to start this thing off. And the Knights have really done a nice job here covering up.
And a travel, and that kind of adds to what you were saying there. Just great defense, some frustrating play right now, and offensively for the College of Idaho. And if you were to take a look statistically at the first 2 games at what Stowers had done on the offensive side and compare it to the early moments of this game today, you'd say, uh-oh, this Marian team's going to be in a lot of trouble because he's almost been taken out of the game so far. But their team's in front right now, and he doesn't look like he's really bothered by it, just kind of patiently waiting for his chance and opportunity to kind of take and attack this game.
I don't blame College of Idaho for doing what they're doing, because Stowers has averaged 30 points a game in this tournament. Just took his first shot there.
That was a good look, too. Got it at the free throw line, a high percentage shot off a screen, just didn't get it to go home. That's a nice answer in transition for the College of Idaho is Talon Pinckney, guy who's been terrific in this tournament with 13 points in each of the first 2 games. 9-4 your score, 5-point lead, and again, Stowers getting a lot of extra defensive looks right now. Turn around inside, Kunsunla off the left side of the iron, that's no good.
I think College of Idaho, what they've done defensively has worked well for them. They just have had a very rough start, though, on this end. 2 of 13 to start it out with, haven't hit a 3, couple turnovers. They got to get into a little bit of rhythm here offensively on their side.
Down to 7 on the shot clock. Pinckney on the drive. Head fake, gets that one blocked One of the nation's best shot blockers, 6th in the country. Kasunla swats that one away. And they're going to say he steps out of bounds as he tried to make the move there. Mark Albers, a little too much footwork that time, and it's going to go back now here to the Coyotes in the College of Idaho.
Again, this continues just to be a grinded out game, but look at how Kasunla, he can guard a small guy who's a lot quicker than him, but moved his feet, didn't leave his feet as he blocked that shot, just used his 6'11" frame.
Both teams looking good in the rebounding category right now. Nobody really taking control offensively in this one, and just a 5-point difference. Leeks has taken plenty of shots so far today. That one missed by Roosevelt Adams. That shot is good, though, for Gibson Berryhill. 3-point bucket there makes it a 2-point game.
A lot of times offensive rebounds lead to wide open shots, and it did that time, and the Coyotes took advantage.
Remember, Roosevelt Adams is the team's leading scorer on the season at 13 points a game. He hit the go-ahead shot against Dakota Wesleyan in the 2-point win last night. They're going to need him to get going. Scoreless so far here. That's him with the basketball right now. Turnaround, little fadeaway is a little too strong. A couple misses for Adams to start the day.
Well, look at Marian really push the tempo here.
That shot missed, and Adams with the board. 2-point game and a chance for the College of Idaho to either tie or take the lead here. That one nearly went out of bounds. They keep it alive, and now looks like a foul away from the basketball. That's going to be Mark Albers who picks up the personal. Oh, they're going to say Kasunla, excuse me, I beg your pardon.
And that's huge because that's his second foul. I'm not sure. I guess they oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, we didn't see
Elbow
that
to
one
the
right
chest.
away.
Yep, good call by the officials. Sunla's been in foul trouble in both of their first 2 games, especially in the first half, JJ, and it's been picking up, just one of those fouls. You get another one just because of the way the game goes, but it's those silly ones like that, the unnecessary ones that get you on the bench.
Well, and Scott Heedy showing him some confidence there by leaving him out there, but yeah, those are frustrating, and now their best big man's on the bench for the foreseeable future here. Just over 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Pinckney, top of the key, going down low again. That's Adams, just got it off, but it never hit the rim. That should have been a shot clock violation, and they got it.
Yeah, I thought the officials were going to blow that one, but just a little late on their whistle, though. It definitely should have been a shot clock violation.
We need to praise the work of these officials
No
as well.
doubt.
It's been a terrific tournament for everybody involved, and a lot of those things kind of go unnoticed sometimes, but they've done a great job of keeping these games in control, keeping them moving along, even though we've had some overtime games as well, but it's been seamless throughout this entire tournament. And the Zebras, as we lovingly call them, have been doing a terrific job.
Well, these are the best guys from around the country that officiate NAIA basketball, and that's the thing I love is that they bring in the guys who officiate these games all year long to do them.
Brown, little fadeaway. That's off the left side of the iron. Jordan off the glass is good. He's got 5 early points to lead the Knights.
He's been a nice spark, and if he can get on the offensive glass, that could really help Marian here today.
He had just 2 points in the opening round win in 22 minutes. Struggled from the field in that one. In his last game, Jordan was just 1 of 5 as well. In fact, he's got just 4 points in the tournament coming into today, so he's already got more points today than he had in the first 2 games combined. Down low, the big man with the right-handed turnaround. That's no good. Jordan's going to tip that out of bounds, but I think he may have picked up the foul as well. Might be on Stowers, too. There were a couple bodies in the area, and they do call Stowers with it.
Well, Stowers was in there trying to help battle on the glass, but he was whistled for a hold that time. I've been impressed with what Marian's been able to do in this game defensively. That's not something that's really their strong suit. They really rely on outscoring people, but they've done a nice job locking up this Idaho team early on.
We thought this might be an offensive game. It's turned into quite the defensive battle so far. That kind of plays into the College of Idaho's hands, although they are trailing right now by 4. Just a 2-possession game, and Marian's got the basketball trying to build their lead.
They continue to play this box-and-one defense where they're man-to-man on Stowers.
That got tipped away. Yotes in transition. The right-handed layup, no good, but Jordan, I believe, touched the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation, or a goaltending violation, I believe. And immediate timeout on the floor with 9:32 left to go. 2-point game as we get a look at the replay here. One of the best shots and angles from inside this building, and there you see the hand off the rim. You like the pace to this game right now, Brad? It kind of feels like for Marian, it goes in their favor, but again, Stowers, when he doesn't have the basketball in their hand, it almost feels like they're playing a different brand of basketball. He's such an important part to what they do on the offensive side.
Yeah, I'll give College of Idaho a lot of credit here. They've taken, kind of what Marian's bread and butter is, and that's getting Stowers going with the ball. He's only taken one shot, doesn't have an assist in this game either, and when you take him off the ball, it really changes the complexion of what this Marian team is offensively.
9.5 minutes left to go in this one. Again, coming up tomorrow, it'll be a day off. Everybody will have a chance to rest and do some prep work. I'm sure they'll try to get in the gym and just move their legs for a little bit at some point during the day, but get into the evening on Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun. We already know what one matchup is in the semifinals. Indiana University East, the #1 seed from the Naismith quadrant of our bracket, will take on Indiana Wesleyan, also a 1 seed from the Kramer portion of the bracket. St. Francis, who is a 2 seed from down in the Liston bracket, has punched their ticket to Monday night as well. They're waiting patiently right now to find out who wins this one to solidify those final 4 teams at this tournament.
Well, that Indiana East, Indiana Wesleyan matchup's going to be terrific. That's the #1 team in the country, Indiana East, against the 4th-ranked team, Indiana Wesleyan. And St. Francis certainly deserving of playing here Monday night as well, as they knocked off the #2 team in the country, Cornerstone, a team that only had 4 losses on the year earlier here today.
Third team foul on the Coyotes here, who continue to play that zone defense. Stowers on the trigger here with 21 on the shot clock. Brown will handle the basketball.
And now they go straight zone. So now not boxing and really manning up on Stowers. They're just playing their traditional matchup zone that they've been known for this year.
That might actually be better for Stowers, as Jordan has that one go off his fingertips out of bounds. Stowers doesn't have that extra body kind of chasing him around the floor. He can improvise a little bit more, but you're right, that zone defense has been terrific here so far today and really the entire season for the College of Idaho.
Yeah, that's why they lead the country in the points allowed at 65, is because they've just been suffocating with that, and they do a great job just playing with active hands.
Down low, the big man going to work. That's Matt Dunafan. Gets it up to the top of the key. And, oh, man, a lot of contact there as Roosevelt Adams ran into 2 players. I think they're going to get Brown with this one. Roosevelt Adams is a very good offensive basketball player. 13 points, 6.5 rebounds per game during the regular season. He's also a 44% three-point shooter. Can step out and shoot it from deep.
This College of Idaho lineup, they don't have any guys that are just prolific scorers, but they have 5 guys that average in double figures. And so they can really spread it around and get contributions from a lot of different players. And now they're back in the box and one, as you see Stowers being shadowed at the top of the key.
That's no good from Brown. Still a 2-point lead for the Knights as they get back to work defensively here. 8:25 left to go in this first half. Roosevelt, nope, couldn't get that one to go. Adams struggling just a little bit here in this contest to get the offense going. Kasunlal trying to answer there, but Brown gets the offensive board and they'll reset the offense. Nice pass inside. Jordan off the glass is good, and he's got 7 points in this first half.
Well, because Stowers is getting double teamed every time he catches it, when he throws out of it, if Marian's quick with their ball reversals, they're getting easy looks.
3 from the left corner is no good. Adams not once but twice had a chance and couldn't get it to go.
Now, one of the things that Marian can do, get the basketball into Stowers' hands and let him try to get College of Idaho off there, as they see, again, just easy baskets inside because of the way the Yotes are guarding here.
15-9 your score now. Kasunlal up to 4 points on the day. Yotes just need a good possession here, and they can cut this to a single possession deficit.
Well, they have only got 9 points in this game. Yeah. Marian has really been good. That's a big 3 there, though.
7 minutes left to go, and as you mentioned, a huge 3 from Berryhill. Looks like a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like maybe blood.
Yeah. Jordan has had a very good start to his day here, but with his active and aggressive style of play, that can sometimes mean some physicality involved. And it looks like, yeah, he's just going to have to go to the trainer to try to get something taken care of there on the jaw or nose area, but they'll get him back in as soon as they can.
Well, it's been amazing to see how Wes Stowers, Marian's leading scorer, 23 points a game. He's the 8th best scorer in the country. That's him number 4 with the ball. How much he's been taken out of this game by this very unique defense that the College of Idaho is playing, where they are manning up on him, kind of playing the rest of the men in a zone, although they've now gone straight man-to-man in this possession.
Kasunlaw down low against Leeks. His shot rattled. Hit both sides of the iron there, just couldn't get it to go, and he's a little frustrated. Back defensively, though. Again, he's out there with 2 fouls right now. Pinckney, top of the key, kind of directing traffic. Now down low, they go to work. That shot, nope. Leaks, the putback, no. And Kasunlaw, the defensive board.
Yeah, Kasunlaw, big reason why the College of Idaho only has 12 points so far.
3 from the top of the key is good. Kasunlaw hits it. He's got 7 here in the first half, and the Knights have built their lead back to 5.
Now, he has been terrific in his time on the floor, shooting the basketball, scoring on the offensive end, and then being a dominant force inside here on this end defensively for Marian.
Under 6 minutes left to go. Jordan is waiting to check back in after being tended to by the training staff. Down to 10 now on the shot clock. Nice spin move inside the lane, and Brunel gets the bucket to go. 3-point game, 1 possession contest. Knights with the lead and the basketball. At the moment they've got Kasunlaw for 6 there. I wonder if they said his 3 was actually a 2. We'll have to see if maybe they adjusted that, but either way, starting to get some productivity from some other guys on the floor right now. Just maybe check during the media timeout and see if they get that one corrected. We thought it was a 3. Either way, they're playing good defense here right now with the shot clock down to 15. Leeks turning, spinning, looking. Now the right-handed shot is good. He had to get the defender off balance, and he found a little hole there to get that shot through.
Good job by Leeks attacking there, and probably knowing Kasunlaw doesn't want to get his 3rd.
Leeks tips that one away to Brunel, and now the Yotes can answer and tie this one up with the 3. Again, with Jordan out of the game right now, Yotes kind of going on a little run. Nice move inside. Pinckney kicks it back out. The extra pass to the left-handed shooter is good. Justin Saunders, the freshman out of Boise, Idaho, hits the big 3.
Well, big run right now here for the Yotes, and they're still only shooting 23%, but they've really helped improve that of late.
Nice head fake, got the defender in the air. The shot off the rim. Kasunlaw gets his rebound the second time. No, but a foul, and that'll send the big man to the free throw line.
Kasunlaw, nice job here on the O glass, really sticking with it there, and when we come back from this timeout, he'll have free throws.
Both teams will head to the bench with this media timeout. 19 all your score here in the first half with 4:16 left to go. We will step aside from Heritage Court. We're back with more from the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota right after this. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this first half right now. We're all tied at 19. Marian has had the lead most of the way in this one. It's starting to look like the College of Idaho is waking up on the offensive side. It will be the Knights of Marian with the basketball underneath their own hoop here with fresh 30 on the shot clock, and Stowers, the guy they need to get going, trying to inbound it here to get this play started up again after the media timeout.
JJ, you were right on that three-pointer for Kasunla that we thought was a three, was ruled a two, and points at a premium right now in this game in the first half.
Speaking of Kasunla, he goes to work. Leeks tips that into the hands of Pinckney, who will bring it up. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Brunel picked up his dribble. They'll swing it around to the left side. Saunders hit the three a moment ago. Leeks will get it into the left wing now to Berryhill. Saunders on the dribble. Down to 10 now on the shot clock. Berryhill waiting for the screen, gets it, steps back, three on the way, no good off the right side of the iron. Rebound offensively for the Yotes, and Brunel puts it in.
Brunel had a size advantage on the Marian guard who was trying to block him out, Stewart, and he went up and snatched that one. Big basket for College of Idaho, and they now have a lead.
21-19 your score.
And how about the fact that they have taken Stowers just completely out of this game. Marian's leading scorer has been scoring 30 points a game in this tournament, JJ, and he has no points here in this first half.
Shot clock's down. They got the shot off the backside of the iron. The Yotes thought it should have been a shot clock violation, but the offensive board keeps this one alive for Marian. Apparently the shot was off just in time for Stewart. Lob to Kasunla, gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen balls get caught like that, but I don't think I've ever seen someone physically with their own hands stuff it in. That is the shot of the tournament right there from our production crew. That is just great work, guys. Unbelievable. 21-19 right now. College of Idaho with the 2-point edge. Look again at the replay here. Lob City, but Stuff City. Apparently we're getting stuck inside the Pentagon right now.
Well, it goes to the possession arrow to see who gets it, and the possession arrow is in Marian's favor, so they'll retain it. And they get a fresh 30 seconds.
And there's a great look at this zone as Stowers inbounds it from the baseline. Needs the timeout, though. That defense locking in and forcing a near 5-second runoff. That will be one of the 4 timeouts each team was granted at the start of this game. So now 3 left, 2 30-second timeouts for the Knights and 1 full timeout. The Yotes have all of theirs left.
Well, even though this game is very low scoring. I mean, College of Idaho to me has got the game to their liking. They're much more apt to win a game like this than Marian is. And I think even though it's just a 2-point lead right now for the Coyotes, they've got to feel like they haven't played well offensively, first of all. I mean, they're shooting 27%, but they've taken Marian completely out of their game. They've taken their leading scorer completely out of this game. And I think if this continues, the more this game goes on, if it's in this fashion in the second half as well, boy, it really favors College of Idaho.
2:49 left to go in this first. Stowers will inbound it again. That's Brown, who kind of had to drag the toes there for just a second to catch it near the sideline, almost like a wide receiver. Now he's going to pop the 3 from the top of the key. That misses. And the tip into the hands of Berryhill. 2:35 left to go in this first half. Chance to go to the semifinals on March 12th. Monday here in Sioux Falls is on the line, and Brunel slams it with authority. College of Idaho now with a 4-point lead, their largest here tonight.
Now Marian's just really off track here offensively. They've gone completely cold shooting the basketball here in the last 2 minutes.
And it's with Kasunla on the bench right now, and again, Stowers almost completely taken out of the game at this point. We mentioned it last night. For those of you who had a chance to watch that basketball game, Stowers does so much other than just scoring, and at times he's almost like another coach on the floor. He'll gather his guys, rally them, make sure that they're all on the same page, and then get back to work. But that was a nice calming moment there from their leader to just kind of get everybody together and get back on the same page.
Well, even still, even though Marian has really struggled scoring of late, they've done a really good job down on this end to keep themselves in this game.
Roosevelt Adams, a big 3, though. That's going to put some pressure on Marian. They're now down by 7. They've been waiting for Adams to get going this entire game. That's his first points, and it comes with under 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
You can see they're trying to get Stowers freed up with screens.
That shot off the mark, contact, and it's going to send Stewart to the free throw line. The game plan right now for the College of Idaho is just to force Stowers back as far as they can. They know that he can shoot the three well, but he's almost all the way to the half-court line there before having to force it in, and see some contact. We'll bring up the 2 free throws now for Stewart.
Well, that just shows you how good Wes Stowers is, that College of Idaho is willing to basically play 4-on-3 at their disadvantage when he's got the basketball, because they're double-teamed him. Every time he's caught the ball, there's been 2 people there, and JJ, hasn't mattered where that's been on the floor.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating first half for that young man, and you got to wonder if the assistant coaches and head coach Scott Heedy for this Marian squad are kind of contemplating on what they can do to help get Stowers open more in the second half. It might be something they talk about in the locker room at halftime, but not much they can do right now with 1:34 left to go in this first half, except just keep plugging away.
Yeah, they don't run Stowers off a lot of screens typically, but they're probably going to have to in the second half if they want to get him open.
They're going to need him to be a factor at some point. The fact that he's scoreless at this point with 1:20 left to go has got to have the Marian fans concerned at this moment. That shot's good, and they've got to be even more concerned now because this College of Idaho team has come alive offensively. Keon Palou-Thompson, that's a big bucket there for him.
Well, after just hitting 1 of their first 11 shots, they've now gone 10 for their last 24, has the College of Idaho.
Jordan on the drive. He's had a strong first half. Missed the jam, but does get the right-handed finish. 23 for the Knights now. Jordan has 9 of those, and it's a 5-point game with 45 seconds left to go in this first half.
Well, when they can get the ball into Stowers' hands, even though he's not scoring, that alignment is giving them open looks.
Brunel knocks in the 3. Guy who doesn't shoot the 3 all that well. He can hit it from long distance, though. Actually, he's about a 44% three-point shooter. I stand corrected there. He's pretty darn good from long distance.
Well, 5 threes now in this game for Idaho.
Shot clock can't quite be turned off yet. There's about a 1.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Stowers on the move there. That'll be just the 6th team foul on the Coyotes. This has been a pretty well-played game defensively. We haven't had any 1-and-1s yet. Very few trips to the free throw line at this point. Kind of like seeing that, keeping the pace of the game moving.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time that Stowers really actually looked to attack. And, you know, honestly, I mean, they've double-teamed him, but Stowers is quick enough. I mean, he could dribble around a double team, too. Let's see if he gets more aggressive here.
31-23 your score. Final 10 seconds as Stowers launches the 3. That was close. We're going to have a foul here on the floor. I believe this is going to go against Marian. It'll be number 20, Samuel Guyman.
Well, that's where you got to know the situation, because you go over the back now, and now you are giving free throws to the College of Idaho where, you know, if they corral that rebound, JJ, they've got, what, maybe 4 seconds or so to try to get off a desperation shot.
Yep.
Now you're giving them a golden opportunity to add 2 more to this lead.
Yeah, it's already an 8-point lead. This could be double digits heading into the locker room at halftime, and if all goes well for Roosevelt Adams. Free throw attempt is good. One more coming up here. 32-23 your score.
Well, Adams has had a really good half here. Like you said yesterday, kind of struggled shooting it, but hit the big one that got them to where they needed to be here today.
Timeout called on the floor. Scott Heedy is going to rally his troops. You see the Yotes bench there. They've got right now the 10-point lead with 6 seconds left to go in this one. And if you're Marian, question is right now, what do they go with? Because normally in this spot, you'd say, okay, Stowers is the go-to guy. But he's been a non-factor offensively here. Kasunlaw's been on the bench and probably will stay there until the end of this first half. At least he hasn't checked in yet. So what's the option then at that point? Maybe you go to the hot hand and Jordan, and that's no guarantee. You'll have to see what's available. Brown's been good in this first half. Leeks got hot early. He's been kind of quiet down the stretch in this first half, though. But in the College of Idaho, getting great rebounds, starting to get hot at the right time. And boy, he's been good here these last few minutes. Brunel has hit a couple big threes in that big jam just a moment ago.
Right now they're just using Stowers as a decoy. They've got him way in the corner.
Final ticks here, the 3 on the way off the mark. Stowers gets it but won't get the shot off. That one went in, but after the buzzer sounds, he heads into the locker room scoreless in the first half, and his Knights, who led early on in this one, are now trailing by 10. 33-23 your score. We're back inside the Pentagon in just a few minutes.
Might look real nice here in the store, but there's gonna be a time real soon when this gear will be put to the test. It's gonna get beat up, and it's gonna get you closer to that moment you've been waiting for all year. Because no matter how the hunt goes or where it finally ends, for more than 115 years, our Shields experts have been right there with you.
This is my house.
This is my house.
Let CU Mortgage assist with your next home loan. Your happy home is one call away.
This is our house.
CU Mortgage Direct, LLC. Simple solutions, direct results.
The quality of teaching was like nothing I'd ever experienced before.
Accreditation is extremely important, and it was one of the main reasons I chose this institution.
I was able to find a job almost immediately.
I gained confidence.
It was always hands-on. It was always full of life. It's not just sit down and lecture. I mean, yeah, there's lecture time, but there's also time to get out there and do what you're supposed to be doing.
I feel the hands-on is what made me the person I am today.
Discover success at the University of Antelope Valley. Call or log on now for more information.
Choosing your college is a major decision, but it doesn't have to come with a major price tag. Mayville State University offers top quality education, legendary personal service, and so much more for an outstanding value. Succeed as a student and grow as a person. Get involved, study abroad, compete as an athlete, conduct real-world research, and much more. Go to mayvillestate.edu/value to learn about all that awaits you at Mayville State University.
134 endowed scholarships.
17-to-1 student-faculty ratio.
$15 million in scholarship aid last year.
65 career-focused degrees.
Indiana Tech offers career-focused students a personalized education with no giant lecture hall classes. And last year, 94% of our students earned scholarships and aid.
Zero.
Zero universities just like ours.
Indiana Tech. Apply today.
Hey Coach, do you have Athletic Care? Athletic Care was created to provide college athletic programs a simple solution to protect their student athletes in the event of an illness or injury. We take pride in offering the most innovative, flexible, and affordable insurance solutions for athletes. Our custom insurance programs are built to meet the needs of colleges and universities nationwide. So if your insurance provider has dropped the ball, let us pick it up.
Taking a look at some of the first half highlights here in Sioux Falls. It's been a fun first half offensively. It was that Marian squad leading most of the way in the first half, but the College of Idaho started to get hot down the stretch. Some big plays, and really they started to come away just because they started hitting threes. In all in that first half, 5 of 12 at 41%. And Marian, on the other hand, just 1 of 11 from three-point land. On top of that, their top player, Wes Stowers, 0 points on 0 of 2 shooting. And Brad, this has been kind of a tale of two portions of that first half, really. Marian got out to such a hot start. College of Idaho equalized that and then took the lead late. What do you expect in the second half based on the numbers you see on that stat sheet?
Well, Marian really needs to change their philosophy offensively. They've got to find the way to get the basketball into Wes Stowers' hands. If College of Idaho wants to double team them, then that's fine. Play off of that, but you cannot, in my opinion, if you're Marian, go through another half of basketball without Wes Stowers touching the ball. I don't think there's any way they win this game right now, because Marian's a team scores 88 points a game. They're sitting here on 23 right now.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to get yourself going here offensively, and credit College of Idaho. Their game plan coming into this thing has been really well laid out, and it's worked well so far.
We are underway here with under 20 minutes to go. This for a chance to go to the semifinals of the national tournament. The 1-seed College of Idaho taking on the 6-seed Marian. Leeks got the offense going for the College of Idaho. Has that one taken away, and Stowers kicks it into the corner. Brown for 3. That's good, and a good way to start the second half for Marian.
Well, Brown could be a big key, especially shooting it from the three-point line. He was just 1 of 5 in that first half.
And it's going to be an offensive foul on the Oats. That's going to give Marian the ball back here. 33-26 your score. Under a minute into this second half here, and all of a sudden Marian just kind of turning on the light switch.
Well, Jake Berner just got a little too physical inside there trying to post. Let's see, can they get Stowers open, running him off some screens? They did it right there.
Brown has it down low. Stewart gets that one off. 4 straight to start the second half. Actually, 5 straight for Marian to start the second half, and they're back within 5.
A good strategy there. Get the ball to Stowers, double team comes, throw out of it, easy bucket.
Another miss down low. Kasunlaw's back in there. He got the board. Brown, the long 2, that's no good. Trying the quick shot there, riding a little momentum. Marian will have to settle back defensively.
That wasn't a bad look for Brown in transition, and the more transition Marian can get, the better, but that means they got to get stops on this end.
Down to 15 on the shot clock here as the Oats go to work. Little jumper from the free throw line area is good for Palou Thompson. And it's back now 35-28 to a 7-point lead for the Oats.
Palou Thompson's done a great job on this end. He's been the guy chasing Stowers all over the floor.
Stowers has it at the top of the key. He's going to lob it over. Christian Stewart back to Stowers. They're trying to get him more involved here. Stewart inside, drives. That shot blocked by Leek from behind. What a move there defensively from the big man to swat it away.
Well, good job by Stewart driving. He needs to dish, though, to Kasunlaw. His big was wide open.
That shot's no good. Rebounded. And the Knights of Marian often moving here. A little contact as Stowers got across the half-court line. He grabbed onto that right leg for a moment, but it looks like he's all right. Still trying to stretch that out, though, yeah.
Well, that's another way that Marian can get Stowers involved. If they can get the ball outletted to him and let him be in the open floor before College of Idaho can get that double team put on him.
17:37 left to go in regulation. 35-28 your score. College of Idaho with the edge right now, but Marian trying to answer and maybe make this a close contest here. Down to 10. Brown off the backside of the iron. That's no good. Jordan with the rebound. He's had a nice day here today after 2 frustrating games to start the tournament.
There's that double team up top, and then getting into the high post has worked well for Marian in this second half so far.
Still 15 on the shot clock. Kasunlaw to work against Leeks. Turnaround off the glass, left well short there. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it goes off of Leeks, and now the referees have warned the Marian bench. You're telling them to, hey, just sit down. And kids are obviously energetic and feeling it right now, and it's understandable. This is the right to go to the semifinals. The ref having a little laugh with a few of the guys now.
So much on the line here for both these teams. They played great basketball to get to this point. They don't want to see it end.
35-28 still. Here's Pinckney, looks down low. Leeks backing up Kasunla, and again, he doesn't want to pick up his third personal, so kind of had to play soft defense there. And Leeks with a nice bucket.
Now Leeks with 6 points now. He's been effective in the low post. I like what Marian's doing here. They're at least trying to get Stowers the basketball by running him off screen, something they didn't do in the first half.
That shot's blocked. Into the front court goes the College of Idaho. Nice move there past the defender, and the right-handed layup is good for Keon Pelu-Thompson. He's had a nice day here today with 8 points and a timeout called. The College of Idaho taking control of this one again. They've extended their lead back to 11. We will step aside for just a moment. We'll get another look at some of these stats from this one. Back with more from inside the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota in just a moment. Back to work we go here, 39-28 your score. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm JJ Hardigan. He's Brad Newitt. Marian, the 6th seed, with the basketball right now trailing. They need a big offensive stand here to try to get back in this one. That shot's not going to help. Jordan with the rebound, though. He drives in, left it short. That one no good for Jordan, and he goes to the line for 2. Boy, he's been aggressive around the rim all night tonight, kind of picking up the slack where maybe Stowers has been unable to draw that offensive attention.
10 offensive rebounds for Marian, and that's something that should continue for them. You know, College of the Idaho is going to play this kind of funky zone. There are opportunities for them to go in and get offensive glass.
Jordan rims that one in and out. While he is aggressive and ultra athletic, he has had some trouble shooting in this tournament and at times this season. Got to find a way to start knocking these down here, down by 11. Under 16 left to go here. Still a lot of basketball time, but again, you start watching that clock a little bit more when it's a double-digit lead, and with Leeks on the attack here now, he's got a chance to build on that as that rattles in.
Well, Leeks has been able to score effectively inside against one of the best post defenders in the country in Reggie Katsula, who, even though he's got that 6'11" size, I think Leeks has done a nice job just maneuvering around him.
That pass nearly goes out of bounds. Stewart keeps it in motion here for the Marian Knights. Kasunla almost lost it. Now with 6 on the shot clock, they're going to have to get something off here. Stowers off the dribble, trying to create spins, running out of time, and he does. Just outstanding defense from Keon Pelu-Thompson all night long. His bench is loving it. Stowers frustrated as he heads to the other end of the floor.
Now Pelu-Thompson has done a tremendous job eliminating one of the best scorers in the entire country in Wes Stowers, who has yet to get a basket in this game.
Ball's down low to Leeks. Aziz Leeks' left hand is good. What a day for that young man. He's in double figures scoring-wise, now with 10. In fact, the only Yote on the floor in double digits.
Well, Marian's got to get Kinsula back going in this game on both ends. He's really lost his aggressiveness that he had early on.
Stewart for three, that's left short. Missed opportunity there, 43-29 your score. Marian back on defense. And they've been the Cinderella story at this tournament, but another great layup for Palu Thompson. Cinderella looking at the clock, realizing it's getting closer to midnight here at this point. They need to find a way to keep that pumpkin from turning back here right now. Jordan on the attack.
A great job by the Coyotes there, really covering up well.
Nice move. Brown couldn't get it to finish, though, and Kisunla couldn't find the rebound.
Well, Marian's getting their back against the wall here. They've got to lock in on this end. They need to string together a few stops.
Under 14 minutes left to play. Adams with it, top of the key. The senior looking in.
Coyotes have been, they're 6 of 8 in this half here offensively. They've just been tremendous.
Marian came out strong, making the first 2 buckets of the second half, but the Yotes have cooled up, settled in, I should say, and they have cooled off Marian right now just because they've been so hot on the offensive side.
And Aziz Leeks, the main person really getting it going. He's got 8 points now in this second half.
Stowers creating there. Some contact on the dribble as we get to the media timeout. It's going to be on Pinckney. He picks up his third. 47-29 your score, 13-27 left to go inside the Pentagon here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We'll step aside. More NAIA Division II men's quarterfinal action coming up in just a moment. $13.27 left to go in this one. It'll be an inbound underneath the hoop here for Marian. Stowers will be the trigger man. 47-29 your score. Brad, this is going to be a big possession here for these Marian Knights. They've got to find a way to get him going. Stowers at the free throw line, rattles it in and out. That might be his most open shot he'll see all night, and it just didn't go.
Well, that's the thing. They've gotten him completely out of rhythm, and even on that possession there where they didn't try to deny him the ball, he didn't score.
Leeks caught in no man's land, kicks it outside. Berryhill knocks it in, though. Gibson Berryhill, a 43% three-point shooter during the regular season, makes it a 50-29 lead over Marian.
I think Marian struggles on the offensive end and started carrying over defensively, too. They just haven't had the same energy they started the game with.
Kisunla looking at the defense here and lowering his shoulder. They're going to say a foul, though, on Nate Brunel. Oh, no, there was a whole lot Nate Brunel could have done about that, though. Kisunla just attacked him head on, and you've got a guy who stands as tall as he does. Kisunla at 6'11", 215 pounds. That's a big human being to try to slow down.
Yeah, the call the officials made there is what's called a cylinder foul, and as a defender, you kind of almost have to picture a little halo around the offensive player, and you have to give them a little bit of space. They just felt in their estimation that time that Brunel was too close.
Inbound coming here. Stowers still in the game looking for his first points. In fact, there are 3 players on the floor right now for the Knights who have yet to score in this game. Stowers is one of them. He floats it, leaves it well short. Rebound underneath the hoop is good, though. The put in on the play for Guyman gives him now 2 points in this contest.
If I'm Marian, I'm sending 5 guys to the offensive boards at this point. You got nothing to lose. Now let's see if they can get some energy back on this end here. Slow down this Coyote attack, which has been tremendous here in the second half.
Aziz Leeks inside the lane. With Kasunla on the bench, he's going to have a field day. That's a big bucket there for him. He's got 14.
Oh, they've outscored the Knights 19-8 here now in this second half and really taking control of the game.
52-31 your score. Jordan gets a man up in the air, leaves it a little strong off the backside of the iron. That's no good. He's had a few of those today. Much better offensive day for him overall, but a few too many missed opportunities down the stretch from 10 feet in. That shot's good. Barry Hill's hit another 3. Boy, if he gets going, this game could get out of hand in a hurry, and this lead has grown big time for the Yotes. 55-31, and now a travel. Things are coming unraveled here for this Marian squad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They've had such a great tournament up to this point, but you always kind of hear the adage, you know, how do you defeat the monster? Well, you cut the head off the monster. And I tell you what, College of Idaho's done that. When they took Wes Stowers out of this game offensively, Marian has just not been anywhere close to themselves. Again, a team that averages 88 points a game. That's 13th best in the country, sitting here on 31.
Leeks bounces it down low, the no-look pass. There's a good look there. If the pass had been caught cleanly, they might have caught the defense sleeping instead. Shot clock's down to 6 now. They had a wide open shooter in the corner. Jordan tipped it into the backcourt. Shot clock did not reset, though. They get the shot off, but it'll miss everything. And it is a shot clock violation.
That was a good stand that time by Marian. They had to expend a lot of energy just to get that stop.
Under 11 minutes to go. Keeping in mind here right now, there is a little bit of a discrepancy in fouls at this moment. 5 for the Coyotes already. The Knights have yet to commit a foul in this second half. 3 from the top of the key. That rattles in and out. Jordan almost had the rebound, and really that offensive possession, Brad, is kind of the night Marian has been having in a nutshell.
Yeah, even when they've had open looks, they haven't been able to cash them in. Look like you're going to get an O board. That slips through your fingers.
Leeks. Looking, now driving with 10. Down to under 10 on the shot clock. His shot off the glass is good. Give him 16 in this basketball game.
He has been terrific, especially in the second half.
Kasunla trying to answer. In and out. How many times are they going to miss inside 5 feet here? Really inside 10 feet. There's got to be at least 6 or 7 this half alone.
And this game's just gotten away from Marian as a result. They've only scored 8 points here in 10 minutes of this second half.
Those are high percentage shots. At least you would think they would be. Kasunla with a big block there, one of the best shot blockers in the nation. That's gonna hang on the rim and fall in. A much needed bucket there, and it's 57-33. Albers with his first points tonight.
Yeah, fortunately for Marian, just too little of that where they've gotten defensive stops and been able to get runs on. The offensive end going the other way.
Boy, if Stowers could even get half of his offensive production that he's accustomed to getting, this could be a 10-point game right now, but he's still the only player on the floor for the Knights without a bucket. He's got the ball, trying to create something on the dribble, but just has not had an answer here today offensively. Brown on the drive. That one goes off the leg of one of the Yote defenders in another offensive series in which they come away with nothing.
And I hate to say it, but it's almost like Stowers has kind of given up on the whole situation just because they have taken him out of this game, and now it's a blowout.
You got to wonder if maybe he needs to come off the floor just for a few minutes to catch his breath here. It will be immediate timeout. They'll talk it over inside the huddle. Jordan, the leading scorer for Marian right now. They need him to step up and get going again. 8:46 left to go. 57-33 your score. We will return In just a moment from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, this is your NAIA Division II Men's National Basketball Tournament. We're back right after this. (57-33) your score here in Sioux Falls from the Sanford Pentagon. I'm JJ Hardigan. He's Brad Newitt. 3 from Berryhill is good. Man, they can do no wrong right now. The College of Idaho just laying it on here and have nearly doubled up Marian in this game. It's now 60-33.
Yeah, things have just really gotten out of hand, and College of Idaho really shooting the basketball well. Berryhill now in this game with 5 threes. And this is an Idaho team, if they start really playing well offensively, look out, because they've been excellent defensively throughout this tournament.
Kasunlaw gets the rebound after his missed 3. He thought about trying it again. Instead goes on the attack. He lowered the shoulder a little bit, but this might be an offensive foul. No, they're going to say after talking it over, it is a defensive foul on Roosevelt Adams. Boy, just a lot of contact there. They're going to say he was not in the act of shooting either. It was no continuation. Which you can see with Roosevelt Adams backpedaling there. Just over 8 minutes left to go. Stowers leaves it short there, and you can tell his shot's just not there right now.
He's just so out of rhythm, and he's just a guy who's used to having the basketball in his hands for a good portion of the game, and that hasn't been the case tonight.
Yeah, he's in the flow and he's creating from the dribble. He just hasn't had that opportunity. Adams with it, top of the key. 7:45 to go. He's going to knock in the 3 there, and then that, you don't want to say with this much time left that that's the dagger, but up by 30 now with 7:38 left to go. It's going to be almost impossible to come back in this one.
Marian's body language this half has shown that. They've only got 10 points, and playing with a high level of frustration on this end, and College of Idaho, they deserve all the credit for why that's happened.
That shot off the backside of the iron is no good. Remember, the last time Marian played in the NAIA tournament was during the 2011-2012 season. That was when it was in Point Lookout, Missouri. Opened up the tournament with dramatic overtime win, then lost in the second round. This is the furthest they've been in a long time. They may see this Cinderella run come to an end tonight here in Sioux Falls, but for the College of Idaho, it's just been a terrific run for them. They had a 16-point win in round 1. They snuck away with a dramatic win against Dakota Wesleyan on a last-second shot from Roosevelt Adams in the second round. That's a big bucket there for Casey Earls to try to get a little momentum back for Marian, but this College of Idaho squad looks poised to maybe run the table here and go all the way to that championship game. They're going to have to see how this plays out, and obviously St. Francis is waiting to see who wins this one here, but College of Idaho can play like this, shoot like this. It's going to be hard for anybody to beat them.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, defensively, they have been nothing short of spectacular in this tournament. We already talked about they held Mayville State to 50, held a great Dakota Wesleyan team that can really score the basketball to 60 last night. And right now, Marian, a team that averages 88, looking like they're going to have a hard time getting even out of the 40s. I mean, maybe even getting to 40 the way things have gone.
That shot no good. Kasunlaw had a big block a moment ago. He's just kind of hovering around the paint right now here. Again, Marian played great defense in that first half. College of Idaho kind of Figured it out, though, down the stretch, and a near steal there for Jordan. And he's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first. Stowers is going to come off the floor now, and he doesn't like to come off the floor very often. You can tell there he's a little frustrated, and he's going to get a high five from his coach. Taking a look at the numbers for the junior, he will be back next year, and you can tell that might just be time for him to go and have a kind of a mental break here for a few minutes. It's been frustrating tonight, but boy, has he been special this season. A kid who averages over 22 points a game, shot 48% from the field, all Crossroads League first team. 9 games with 30-plus points this season, which ranked 8th in the country. His assist-to-turnover ratio is 9th in the country. That's a terrific athlete who's just had a terrible night here tonight, and you can't feel worse for the young man.
That's been a rough game without question, but his team's not here without what he did in the first 2 rounds and really even what he did all season. I mean, Marian was a team that was narrowly on the bubble whether or not they were going to get in this tournament, one of the last at-larges to get a bid. And they took that, though, and ran with it and didn't come in favor to even win their first game. Played real well and knocking off the defending champs, Union from Kentucky, by 20. Didn't even look back on that one, and then defeated Indiana Tech, a top 10 team, in their second win.
That shot is good from Stewart at the free throw line. 65-38 your score, 5.5 minutes left to go in this second half. All Coyotes in this one.
How about our 4 games today? They've been decisive victories, but maybe not the drama we had hoped for here today, but I think it's setting up what's going to be a fabulous night Monday night here.
Yep, 3 of the 4 teams will be from the state of Indiana as it looks right now. Waiting to see who the last one will be to punch their ticket. College of Idaho liking their chances at this moment, though. It'll be immediate timeout here with 5:14 left to go. 65-38 your score. We're back inside the Pentagon from Sioux Falls, South Dakota in just a moment. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this one. Marian with the basketball. Kasunlaw is still out there right now. He's matched up with Leeks down low. Now setting a screen at the high post. Stewart for 3, that's good. Rare 3 here tonight for Marian. They've been few and far between, but that's a good one here to make it 65-41.
College of the Idahos has played with amazing poise here tonight. They've really executed. Obviously, we've talked about how well they played defensively, but they've done well on this end, too. They've shared the ball well, played inside out basketball just like that.
Brunel hits the 3, 68-41 now your score.
And the Coyotes, a team that they usually don't light it up from the three-point line, but they certainly have here tonight as they've hit 10 of them.
Jordan got the rebound. A little off balance on the shot, no good. Bodies go flying. There is going to be a foul on this one. They're going to get Jordan for the foul. That'll be his second. He's out there with 10 points right now. His teammate Stewart has 11. On the other end of the floor, though, for the Yotes, there are 4 players in double figures, and you've also got Roosevelt Adams, their leading scorer during the regular season, who's sitting on 8. 3 from the left wing is good. Keon Palou-Thompson. Boy, this team can do no wrong tonight.
Yeah.
He's got 13 on the evening.
I'm sure they'd like to bottle up and save a few of these points for another night, but boy, I tell you, they're just hitting on all cylinders, and you know, Marian's just obviously deflated by how this game has gone.
College of Idaho fans realizing that they may live to see at least one more game in this tournament. Now some blood on the right elbow of Gibson Berryhill. He'll go to the sideline to get tended to by the training staff.
Well, it's not. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me, JJ. I was just saying, it's not a surprise that College Idaho making the semifinal. I mean, they're the 3rd team in the country, and they were a #1 seed, and they're part of the bracket. They're 29-6, ready to move to 30-6.
Yeah.
And they played great games. Played great basketball coming into this tournament too.
Definitely not discrediting what they've done throughout the tournament here. It felt like this was going to be a little bit of more of an evenly matched game going into it, even with the 6th seed Marian kind of defying expectations in this tournament. But to see this performance go the way it has tonight has to leave some folks kind of shocked from the Marian side of things. Coyotes, though, this is exactly what they wanted to do tonight. Take out the shooting of Stowers and play tough defense, get those rebounds. And if they could shoot the 3, they had a good chance to win. And boy, have they ever done that tonight.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it seems to me that their defense is going to be there for them night in, night out. I mean, that's kind of the way they played this year. Again, leading the country in fewest points allowed. So when they play well then offensively to go along with it, that's when they become really an unbeatable team.
3:42 left to go now in this one. 71-43 your score. Trying to get the ball across the half-court line. Pinckney does. Big smile on the face of Scott Garson right now. He and his coaching staff loving what they're seeing from this crew here today.
Well, they had a fantastic game plan to take away a dynamic score, and it worked perfectly as they held a guy averaging 23-0.
Garson in his 5th season here at the College of Idaho, and as mentioned, he's got quite the resume coming here. Before was a video coordinator in the late 90s at Pepperdine, an assistant coach, and did some video work at the University of Utah. Also was an assistant coach at UCLA from 2004 to 2013 before getting his first head coaching honor here at the College of Idaho. He's been the Cascade Conference Coach of the Year, the Red Orbach National Coach of the Year in 2014 and 15. And boy, his squad is playing maybe their best basketball of the season at the right time. And he's got to be proud of what he's seen over these first 3 games of this tournament.
Yeah, they're going to have as good a chance as any of the other teams of taking home the title. And their matchup against St. Francis, they're going to be playing a team that's really been playing good basketball as well. A team that can really score the ball, so that will be a great tug of war again to see if the College of Idaho can shut them down like they have Marian tonight.
Subs will check into this game. The starters get a standing ovation, and it's celebration time on the Yotes bench. And it's quite the drive coming from Idaho, by the way, and they had to deal with some weather getting here like many of these teams did, but they've enjoyed their time here in Sioux Falls. And yeah, Mother Nature kind of gave this a rough start for some of these teams, but this has been a terrific first year here in Sioux Falls for this tournament. Excited to see some of the maybe minor changes that they maybe work out next year to improve things, but I think first year, all things considered, this Sioux Falls Sports Authority and the Pentagon and everybody who's helped put this tournament together has just done a real solid job to bring in a quality tournament. I didn't really know what to expect as far as the level of competition, but I have been pleasantly surprised, and it has been just an absolute treasure here to have Sioux Falls hosting this type of tournament here over these last few days.
Yeah, it certainly has. Great facility here, too. These guys have gotten to enjoy. We've had great broadcasts as well. We can't sing the praises enough of our production crew. They've had to put in a lot of long days here covering all this hoops.
This will be the probably earliest we get out of this building in the entire tournament that's so far, and we're already past the 10 o'clock hour here in Sioux Falls. Delighted to stay here as long as we have to, though. Make sure we get you every moment of this tournament. Keep in mind, Tuesday night, ESPN3 will be stepping in, and they'll get you the coverage of this national tournament, the championship game, Tuesday at 6 p.m. But we'll still have it for you here in the semifinal round Monday, 6 and 8 p.m. We already know who the 6 o'clock teams will be. Indiana University East will take on Indiana Wesleyan, and we can officially put that team right there, College of Idaho, into the next round on Monday night, taking on St. Francis here as they lead 75-47 with 1:45 left to go.
Well, you talk about national rankings for these teams. Indiana East, the #1 team in the country coming into this tournament, will play the #4 ranked team, Indiana Wesleyan. This College of Idaho team, the 3rd ranked team in the country, will go up against #7 St. Francis. And St. Francis beat the #2 team, Cornerstone, to get to the semifinal round here today.
Just kind of watching the College of Idaho bench here a moment ago, and a classy move by Dakota Wesleyan coach Matt Wilbur, just kind of walking by and congratulating them again last night. It was an emotional game from start to finish between those two teams, and Dakota Wesleyan came up just short, but I think there's a lot of respect for not only coaches and players all the way around here right now for how hard this College of Idaho team has had to play to get to this semifinal round on Monday.
And I would agree, and you look at how many games we've been doing here in the last 4 days, and I think the sportsmanship has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly competition, but there's been very few technical fouls, very few issues at all where you see guys, not acting the way they should. Very respectful and helping each other up off the floor, and I've loved to see that here too.
Character has been one of the main themes of this tournament. There's a player that's been selected from every team that they were the character recipient for their squad, their representative, and I think that's maybe the most spectacular thing about this tournament. Sometimes those little things that are actually big things in life are forgotten when these sports tournaments start going on, but for the NAIA to put that as one of the main focuses kind of puts it into perspective, and for young kids watching these tournaments, I think it makes a major impact on their lives as well. And it looks like the College of Idaho will be heading to the semifinals. An impressive win here tonight, 75-47. We've had a lot of fun here over these last few days. Sunday's the day of rest. Join us, though, on Monday. We'll be back in action here inside the Pentagon. 6 o'clock will be our first game, tipping off Indiana University East and Indiana Wesleyan, followed by at 8 p.m. the College of Idaho taking on St. Francis. For Brad Newitt, I'm J.J. Hardigan, and for our entire production staff here inside the Pentagon, we thank all of you for tuning in and joining us. We'll see you next time from Heritage Court. This has been the NAIA's 2018 Division II